If you don't know this guy Goatis, then he's a content creator known for eating raw meat. He's been eating raw meat for over 10 years now. He's very popular in this raw meat space, and he talks about health, life in general, with an approach towards nature. And he says this thing that discipline is for slaves. Discipline equals slavery, which I agree with to some extent. But there's a nuance here that you gotta understand. It's something that Goatis doesn't tell you about, or at least I haven't heard him tell you about this, and I'm gonna tell you about in this video. So look, yeah, while discipline is basically for slaves, it is something that slaves do or used to do back then, because if you take this analogy, yeah, a slave would just have to be disciplined to do things that he doesn't want to, because the word itself, like Goatis says, comes from religion. Slaves back then needed to basically whip themselves if they did something wrong, so they needed to be disciplined to do that because they didn't want to whip themselves to experience pain. And that's the same thing, that's where the word discipline came from. But kings, for example, don't need to do that stuff because you are the king. Back then you used to be the king. You can just do whatever you want. You don't have stress, you don't have the need to use discipline. Basically, you just have comfort, you live a good life. Okay, so yeah, discipline is basically for slaves. But even so, in the modern world, we kind of need discipline. We kind of need a bit of discipline, because here's the thing. Yeah, in terms of natural thing, at least, you don't need discipline. But when it comes to unnatural things, especially, you'll need some discipline. Because, for example, yeah, in terms of diet, if you're on a natural diet, if you eat raw meat and some fruit with honey here and there, you just eat whenever you want to and whatever you want. You included this natural foods. You basically don't need to use discipline in terms of your diet. Same with sleep here. You don't have to use discipline when it comes to sleep. Just sleep when your body wants to and wake up when your body wants to. That's it, without an alarm. Same, just listen to your body. Now, same with movement. You don't have to work out to destroy your health. Just do natural movement when you feel like it and until your body says it had enough. You don't have to use discipline to force yourself to go to the gym to stretch your body and decrease your lifespan, okay? You just gotta move when your body wants to move. That's it. So, in terms of health, that's true. Discipline is basically for slaves, but like I said, it is needed somewhat in this modern world, because especially for unnatural things. For example, when it comes to diet at the beginning, yeah, you won't need discipline if you're, for example, someone like me who's been on a raw meat based diet for 7 months now. It's very easy for me. I don't need to think about disciplining myself to not eat sugar. But for example, if there's someone who is at the beginning of the diet, wants to cut out sugar and all these processed foods, then yeah, he might need a bit of discipline to cut out the sugar and other bad stuff. At the beginning, you won't listen to your body, just eat sugar if you crave it. I mean processed sugar in this case, because that's the problem here. The problem is that you are addicted, so you can't rely on your body in that case. You gotta use a bit of discipline at the beginning for a few weeks until you overcome this addiction. Now, same with your devices, for example, your phone, because here in this case your body might tell you, yeah, let's stay inside all day, let's stay on our phone. But obviously you don't have to listen to that, because phones are unnatural. They are not part of nature, of course. They are addictive, and that's why here you also gotta apply a bit of discipline. For example, I don't stay on my phone 24/7. I don't have notifications. I use some discipline tactics, I would say, that would keep me away from my phone, that would prevent me from using my phone too much. So in this case, it's also needed, because phones don't exist naturally. They are made in a way that's addictive for us, so we can stay 24/7 on them. So again, you gotta use discipline. And same for other bad habits like video games, pornography, and etc. You get the idea. So basically, discipline is not needed for natural things, because you just gotta listen to your body. If you want to be healthy, once you reach a point where you've quit all the bad habits, for example, I don't smoke, I don't drink alcohol, I don't play video games, all my habits are healthy basically. I eat a healthy diet, I sleep good, I don't stay on my phone that much, and etc. I move when I want to. In this case, I don't need to use discipline in my life, because I'm just a natural human. I can listen to my body, and my body won't trick me in this case, because I'm living naturally. That's the thing. If you live naturally, you won't need discipline. Okay, so we covered this. Now there's another situation where you might need to use discipline, and that's in the case where you live in captivity, like also Goatis says. If you live in captivity, for example, right now you're not free, you're part of the system. It's not like you have a lot of man-made money that doesn't exist, and so you can go wherever you want to and also live off-grid maybe. Then in that case also it's gonna benefit you if you use a bit of discipline to work hard, to grind on your business, even though money doesn't exist. You gotta play the game at first, okay? You gotta make some money so you can escape this system, even though that money isn't real, you know. At least after you make a lot of money, you can live off-grid, because what's the point there? What's the alternative? You don't make money, then you'll just live a a normal life, work a 9 to 5 job, so you'll become more stressed. You'll have to use more discipline in that case, and also age yourself and be unhealthy. That's not a good situation to be in. You rather just at least grind on some business. After, I don't know, a few months or years, you can be financially free, at least escape the system, and then you live more comfortably. Get to the point where you live off-grid in nature. That would be the goal, I think, for most people. So in this case, a bit of discipline won't hurt if you discipline yourself to be more productive to your business, to work hard, use these discipline tactics. Let's say, you put a timer, or you schedule some, I don't know, make some routines where you have like a set time of the day where you work on your business, stuff like that. That will help you make faster progress. In this case, it's totally worth it. So yeah, that's kind of it regarding discipline. So in conclusion, discipline is needed for unnatural things, but not for natural things. If you're a natural human living naturally, you won't need discipline. Only if you live in captivity and you have some unnatural things that you gotta get rid of. That's it. That's kind of it. If you like this video, want to see more content like this where I help you get healthier, that's what I usually do here on my channel. I plan to post educational videos that will help you get healthier using nutrition, movement, sleep, all this kind of stuff, basically lifestyle optimization. If you want to see more videos from me like this, then just subscribe to my channel, and we'll see each other next time. I was Dragos. Bye bye. Hope you like this video.